Hey guys, welcome back to Board Watch. I'm Brian.
I'm Joey.
And before we jump into the episode, I know a lot of you guys were saying in the comments, we got corrected. You were actually on the right track. Randall Tarley did say in episode 4, I believe they were saying, that the money did get to King's Landing.
Yeah, okay. I thought I saw that in one of the comments too. Okay,
yeah, so
Cersei does have money to pay for assassins.
We got a lot of people, so yes, we did see that.
Yeah.
Half the comments were about that, and half the comments were about Daenerys. So it caused quite a discussion. There was,
that's all for you guys.
Well, but the thing is, like, everybody likes different characters, and that's okay. I mean, that's the way George R. kind of wrote a lot of them initially.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, things have kind of gone.
I had a few people on my side. They're all, "Thank you, Joe." I feel like I'm the only one who's been weary of Daenerys.
Well, and it's not even just like weary. Like there's
it's not that I don't respect Daenerys. It's just I know she's a dragon. You have to be.
It's a very polarizing figure because, like, whenever you say she shows a little bit of madness, sometimes people automatically assume you're calling her the Mad Queen, and it's just like, no.
Is that a name yet? I bet that is going around. The Mad Queen.
Well, if anyone, it would be Cersei because she already burnt down half of King's Landing.
She is the Mad Queen.
But no, like whenever we say she has mad tendencies, like sometimes some of the things that she does are questionable
and reckless at times.
But
not all the time, though.
Yeah, but anybody that's been watching since episode 1 knows that Joey's kind of been very hot and cold on her.
I love her some days.
In season 3, he was just like, slay bitch.
Yeah, she was killing. A great job
when she took the Unsullied and shit like that. But
it's her decisions that I'm questioning, not necessarily her character in total. Like, I think she's a great person inside. I don't think she's actually like a vicious dictator.
Yeah, no, I mean, like freeing slaves.
But I feel like she does have opportunities, just like she did with the Tarleys, where she, may not have made the best decision. I'm not saying that burning them in front of the rest of the troops was a bad decision. I'm just saying it's a very slippery slope because right now it's just troops. Who knows in the future what else it could be? So it's just she has to she has to be careful. And I feel like anyone who's in power should have to listen to someone to have an ear. And I feel like she's not having anyone's ear right now.
And
or lending her ear to.
Well, I mean, like she was going to listen to Tyrion when she was saying send him to the wall, but then Randall Tarley just doubled down, which was dumb on his part.
Yeah,
but still, though, like prisoners of war are a thing in this universe. I mean, like Jaime was a prisoner of war, and you can use them as bargaining chips.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, she could have.
Like, join or die is kind of...
reckless.
Yeah.
Which is not arguable. She's very reckless. But some people argue she needs to be reckless, and that's why she lost most of her allies, because she was being hesitant. And we'll see.
We saw in the after bit with the creators of the show, they were saying that, the side that's willing to be more ruthless is usually the one that wins.
Because
so,
it has the upper hand.
If she's playing by a certain moral code that Cersei's not playing by, then that's giving Cersei an advantage. So, like, I can kind of see where that's coming from. But in that same breath, the creators also said that they did that scene to be up to anyone's interpretation. So
if I was trying to make smart moves, I would try to get Dario Naharis or whoever's taking control of my stuff and because she still has apparently she's still ruling in Essos, and so I would talk to the Iron Bank since she's already in Essos already and see about making, like, even though the Lannisters have enough money to pay off the Iron Bank, that does not necessarily mean that they will want to, even though the Lannisters always pay their debt, it's not like they're necessarily definitely going to favor, like, the Iron Bank switches back and forth all the time, and so if she could try to talk the Iron Bank out of funding Cersei would only have Euron. As long as she takes out Euron quickly without them getting the ballistas and the freaking catapults or whatever they're called, she'd be just fine taking out Euron in a second with a couple dragons, and then she's done. All she has to do is go storm the castle with the Unsullied, and especially with Tyrion knowing King's Landing and Davos knowing King's Landing like they do, it honestly wouldn't be that hard to try to take out a few members of the of importance like the King's, and Tyrion would know which people to take out immediately too. Right. And so I feel like if anything that would happen eventually, and then I feel like Cersei would try to burn down the entire King's Landing, and that would be, if ever, even if it's technically Arya behind Jaime's face, if ever Jaime would kill Cersei, would be in a position where she was going to burn everyone. But anyways,
she already did.
Yeah, she did.
But he wasn't.
Not
there.
everyone, and she wasn't there.
He wasn't there when she did it. So. All right, well, that I think about does it. One other thing, we will. And it's been a while since we got caught up. We are right after we watch this. we are going to watch the history and lore for season 5. So we'll get that up, and then I also just got to work on a bunch of other small videos. So expect quite a few videos to come up this week, and maybe even our first Westworld reaction sometime like on Thursday or Friday, maybe. So should be bringing a little bit of life back to the channel after this. Because we're about to have a long hiatus after next week. After today, we've only got 1 episode.
So sad. It's I finally get caught up with everyone, and I'm just like, hey, I'm ready for the party, and everyone just turns it off.
Right. So anyway, without further ado, Valaru Nabies.
Valaru Nabies.
How'd you keep your balls from freezing off?
You have to keep moving, that's the secret. Walking's good, fighting's better, fucking's best.
There's not a living woman within 100 miles of here.
We have to make do with what we've got.
We have to make do
Fucking with Andy.
Maybe not.
I've forfeited the right to claim this soul. It's yours. It'd serve you well. Your children after you.
I wish that would have been a little more stronger motivation, but I could see him giving it back.
Maybe he already sees John and Danny becoming a thing and being like, I want that sword to be in Danny's family.
Right?
There's no way he's getting with Danny.
Yeah, right.
I have a beauty waiting for me back at Winterfell. If I ever get back there. Yellow hair, blue eyes, tall,
Fought and beat her.
almost
Beat the hound.
almost as tall as you.
Oh, yeah.
Brienne of Tarth.
You know her?
You're with Brienne of fucking Tarth.
I'm not with her yet, but I see the way she looks at me.
How does she look at you? And she wants to carve you up and eat your liver.
You do know her.
You do know her.
I want to make babies with her. Think of them. Great big monsters. They conquer the world.
How did a mad fucker like you live this long?
I'm good at killing people.
I'm good.
It's interesting, these heroes you name. Drogo, Jorah, Dario, even this Jon Snow. They all fell in love with you.
Jon Snow's in love with me.
Oh, my mistake. I suppose he stares at you longingly because he's hopeful for a successful military alliance.
He's too little for me. I didn't mean...
As heroes go, he's quite little.
I know you're brave. I wouldn't have chosen a coward as my hand.
We're sitting down with people who want to see us both headless. My sister's likely to say something provocative. And you have been known to lose your temper from time to time, as all great leaders do.
When have I lost my temper?
Burning the Tarleys, for instance.
That was not impulsive. That was necessary.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Perhaps the father needed to die, not the son. Perhaps they both needed time to contemplate their mistakes in the solitude of a cold cell. We had no time to discuss the possibilities before you ended their possibilities.
Holy shit, what's coming to the left? There's something coming to their left. Oh shit! Oh my god! Is he just gone? Holy shit, they're just running through the snow like that? Oh my god, that's wild. Oh shit. Oh shit, they both lit up. There's 2 of them.
Well, Thoros was the original one that was able to do it.
Oh! That's why Derek won't be able to come back.
Come on.
Oh, he didn't heal him, he just burned it.
Cauterizing.
Yeah.
She's sworn to protect both of Catelyn Stark's girls. Is she not?
She is.
And if one of you were planning to
the fuck does that mean? Like the fighter?
She would.
Have Brienne be her personal bodyguard from Arya.
What the fuck? How did
I'm just
that...
wondering why Arya didn't tell Sansa that she found it from Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Why is there just a small little band over there?
Oh shit. John took on the White Walker behind her back. Jordan needs to get his ass together. Wow. Oh my god, if you just kill one, they all go away. Holy shit, that's not good though.
Right? Yeah, because then they can't take one. Oh, shit, that's loud.
Oh shit, go John. Run. Where are they running towards? Back up. Nope, 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 nope. Don't back up. Oh my god, is Daenerys gonna come? That's the only thing I can think that'll save them. Oh my god. Plus, with no weapon, there's fucking bears and shit. His ass is gonna run to Eastwatch in the amount of time that they just got trapped. Send a raven to Daenerys.
You're like right there. You ran all this way to get to the wall. Benjen? No, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like...
Benjen will probably be there soon, though. It'll probably be a reunite with Jon. Oh, he did pass.
We have to burn his body.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
They'll all be close behind him.
That'll be why Daenerys goes to save Jon. Still bet you it's Viserion to go down.
I'll freeze him.
If you die, we're all lost. Everyone, everything.
You told me to do nothing before and I listened to you. I'm not doing nothing again.
Oh no! Not Torment. No, I knew it! God damn it!
I feel like he was the most expendable.
Oh, I saw them like showing him a lot. God damn it. Nice, the Hound finally saved him. Jesus Christ, that took a while.
Yeah.
Nice, okay. That would fuck up the ice too.
Yeah. Jon fighter.
Oh shit, yeah, Ice
Yep,
Spear.
He's got a spear.
It's the Ice King too.
Or Night King.
Night King, I mean, yeah. Ice King. Yeah, he's gonna take Viserion. Ooh. Yeah, they need to run like fucking now before that shit comes immediately back alive.
Jon, dude, Jon, you've did your job. You fought everyone off.
Where the fuck is he going? He's going to try to kill the Night King. God damn it, Jon. Just run, dude. They're getting another fucking spear. Okay, thank you.
There you go.
What the fuck is he doing? He just got knocked in the water. Are you serious? And they're leaving? No way, and he's gonna be alive still? Yeah, Uncle Benjamin, yeah! Damn, with this, like, flaming... That's awesome.
Nice.
Oh, that's such a good reaction. Oh my god, what a good job, Kit Harington.
Come with me. There's no time. Go!
That is not a close combat weapon,
Right.
but damn, that was nice that he gave him a horse. Sacrificed him. I don't get why you couldn't have both rode.
How do you feel about John being king? Is there someone else you think should rule the North instead of him?
Those faces. What are they?
You want to do the asking? Are you sure? The game of faces didn't turn out so well for the last person who asked me questions.
Tell me what they are.
I can become someone else. Speak in their voice. Live in their skin. I could even become you.
We are going to destroy the Night King and his army. We'll do it together. You have my word.
Oh my god, I love this.
Thank you, Danny.
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 Does anyone ever call her?
He was the last person who called me that.
Her brother.
I'm not
says.
sure, was it my brother? Not the company you want to keep.
Alright. No, Danny. How about my queen? I'd bend the knee,
What are those his religions to you?
but they'll come to see you for what you are.
Oh my god, this is amazing. Pulling something out of the...
Oh,
the
pulling
dragon.
the dragon out. Yeah, shit. Nice dragon.
Yep. Ice dragon, I knew it. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn. I wonder if it's gonna
Dude.
breathe ice.
Right?
Holy shit.
Very good
I wonder if
possibility.
there's gonna be a dragon battle then. That's
Right.
pretty cool.
2 versus 1. Or
Yeah.
maybe 1 versus 1 if the other one goes.
Yeah, and if it's Drogon versus the Viserion,
Yeah.
Rhaegal dies. Rhaegal dies saving Jon.
Possibly.
Wow.
Whew. Alright. Well, that was
Great episode. Great episode. I needed that love story right now. That's good. That's a good
Well,
one.
I mean, they've kind of been.
They've been building, but not like that. That was the most building they've had in a,
Well,
in a
yeah.
minute. It was a lot of just like subtle tension.
Yeah.
That
There
was
was
good.
a lot that happened in that episode.
Yeah.
We're an hour and 11 minutes in with like 7 minutes of credits or whatever, but yeah. So, whew. Where do you want to start?
Oh man, let's start right there.
Ice Dragon?
Yeah, let's start with the Ice Dragon.
Right. Well, I mean, it is something that a lot of people have been kind of predicting.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, I thought it was going to be done a little bit differently because didn't think that Dany was going to actually be bringing her dragons north. I thought that, like, we've been thinking stuff is underneath the wall, like the tunnels underneath the wall and shit. So, like, I thought the wall was going to, like, come down and then a dragon was going to come out.
But, that would have been crazy, too.
But yeah, no, I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, have
instead of 3 versus 1, now it's 2 versus 1, and, like, one of them was her,
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting battle. Coming to save Jon, and then that ties. I'm curious to see what Bran and Cersei are going to talk about. Yeah. What the meeting is about, or if the meeting is about the White Walker and pretty much just letting everyone know, like, now.
But Brienne doesn't know about the.
But she got invited.
Right.
And Cersei may have invited her on purpose by, like, Daenerys, like, because Daenerys is, Right. But I don't know what Cersei's play in that is, because they're
now the Hound is going to be back in King's Landing with the White.
Yeah, they're sending him. He's down to go.
Not with Beric Dondarrion, because he's like, I'll see you again, blah 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 blah. But and he's like, I hope not. So yeah, Beric Dondarrion's not going, but the Hound is.
That's not a good idea. But I guess that'll
fuck
be
the Queen.
Fuck the Queen. Fuck the Rose. I thought it was fuck the King.
It was fuck
now
the
it's
king,
fuck the Queen. Yeah.
I mean,
freaking Hound. But yeah, so now they have an ice dragon, and Dany's in love with Jon. Jon's gonna come back, and that's just gonna split Sansa and Jon right up.
Yeah.
Because Sansa's gonna be pissed that Jon knelt, and then Arya will probably drop when Sansa goes to like say that Jon shouldn't be in control if like he's kneeling. Then I bet you that's when Arya will drop the. I wonder what Littlefinger's play will be during that. I wonder if it'll be the Knights of the Vale to betray them. Oh my god. Oh my god. I would be fucking shattered if there was like another Red Wedding type thing, and and Littlefinger somehow betrays the entire North in favor of Cersei and goes back with Cersei. Oh my fucking god! What would you do? Do you see that happening?
I mean, Littlefinger will do anything for power, so I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Fuck, that'd be so. Nah, there's no way. There's no way.
I mean, he would prefer to be on the throne with Sansa, but
doesn't he?
Huh?
I wonder if he'll just try to kill Arya or try to kill Jon. Then I don't know, man. I don't like Littlefinger. I don't trust him.
All right, so we're kind of going all over the place. Let's just, since the episode was north, we'll get to like King's Landing stuff, but most of the stuff took place north of the Wall. So. Lots of little conversations, guys messing with Gendry, Tormund messing with Gendry, being like, fucking is the best, and it's like, do
what you can, do what you can, do what you have.
What did the Hound and Tormund talk about?
About Bran.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty funny about Bran and Tarth.
Yeah, just a lot of like little conversations on the way to that place. Jon and Beric Dondarrion talking about Ned Stark. Him taking over after his mother. And then the giant bear just comes and wrecks shit.
Yeah, man, that bear was wild. Oh, man, that was so crazy. I wonder if he has a few of those. I wonder if he has any.
Right? I mean, obviously, he's got at least one, and it was...
Yeah, at least
because it had the glowing eyes, so like it wasn't just a wild bear, it was a white bear.
Yeah, and man, that was wild. Yeah. That was crazy. That thing just came. That was so scary. I thought there was. I looked at because the way it shot, it looked like there was a bunch of things coming. I thought there was a whole bunch of bears coming. I was like, "Fuck, they gotta fight a bunch of bears right now." But luckily, it was only one, and even that one wreck shot bad.
Mm-hmm. And it was, they were playing with your emotions because it's like, "Oh no, Thoros is gonna die," and then he's lived, and then it's like, "Oh, he ended up dying anyway."
Yeah, that's fucked up. I wonder why they kept him around longer,
right?
To go in the sleep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they got us on that one.
So, anything else at the White Lake? I mean, it was a hell of a battle.
Oh my god, that was cool with them all looking at each other. That's going to be...
I mean, it was pretty predictable. Like, everyone's like, okay, you're just like, alright, waiting for Daenerys. And then, like, you called Benjen before Benjen even came out.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, they did at least build up the tension a little bit.
That is one thing I'll say. I do miss the fact that George R. did a really good job, and I guess even the writing earlier on the show did a really good job of having so many different possibilities that, like, you might have...
There still was a lot of possibilities, though, because, I mean, in a show where anyone could die at any moment, whenever someone is in a precarious situation, you're just like,
oh, that's true.
But, that being said, some of the people have just such strong plot armor It's just like John can't die right now. He's
Yeah,
got.
I just
he's
can't- I
got.
couldn't
He's got to
imagine.
fight the Night King.
Yeah.
You know, like that's like so. When he fell in the lake, and you're just like John's dead. I'm like, there's no way. Like, because like some people,
was seeing this thing
certain
on
people,
Marvel.
like I was thinking that Tormund was gonna die. Like, I was actually kind of surprised that Thoros died, although it kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I think that could open up that John might get the sword, but I think John might become the Night King eventually.
yeah, like I think John probably will die next season, but like this is
Have
just
you
too.
s-
This is
I've-
just too early for him to die. In
I
my
saw
opinion.
online there was a thing that people were saying that instead of it being when the Children of the Forest created the White Walkers, that what Bran saw wasn't actually them creating the White Walkers, because that's like the White Walkers like would just touch them, but the Dragonglass was actually creating the Night King, who's something different than the
Right.
White Walkers, and that was only to then that way he could control the White Walkers to when he could pull them back, and so a lot of people think it's like a sacrificial type thing, and John might become
Okay.
a white.
Well, because the original
the
Night
White
King,
King.
I believe, was a Stark, right? Because did they say that in the history and lore?
The original what?
The original Night King was a Stark, wasn't it?
Oh,
Or there was Night's King in the
well, the Night's King, the
yeah.
original, the Stark and the First Men,
Oh,
and then
the
like the
Stark,
Night
yeah.
King is the newest one, the guy who's right there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he might have been a Stark.
Right.
But then I don't know.
Some
if there's
people
a
think
chance-
he's Bran.
the Night King.
The current Night King is like everyone wants to think that Bran is everywhere. Some people are like, oh, Bran was the three-eyed raven. Bran is the Night King. Like,
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I mean, with time travel and mind stuff, like anything's possible. So it keeps you kind of on your toes. Some of the theories are a little bit more farther out there than others, but all right. Anything else north of the wall? So Gendry.
Oh, Uncle Benjen died. Finally,
Yeah,
that's sad.
Benjen died. Yeah, but you know, it was a good sacrificial.
Yeah, I mean that's what he needed to do was save John if he ever needed to save one of them. If
Yeah, he got Bran back to the wall. He got John back to the wall.
Yeah.
So he served his purpose. seasons later, 7 seasons later.
Yeah, he was chilling for a while.
Right?
I don't know what he was doing. He wasn't stopping.
He was able to
anything.
survive for quite a while by,
Yeah, that's true.
by himself. Just
Yeah.
like so. That was good on him. I guess.
Imagine if he could still be there fighting. Oh man, that'd
Yeah.
be amazing. He'd be the commander of the Night's Watch if he could get across. But the magic, I was hoping that the magic was broken once Bran got across,
Right.
and then that's when he would have been able to come across too. But now he's dead, so
Yeah.
maybe they'll not use that.
Wonder if they're gonna use the dragon to try and knock the wall down or something. I mean,
Or fly over the wall, and then
yeah.
I don't know what that would. I don't know.
I'm glad that finally someone in the south, like someone south of Winterfell, actually believes in the White
Thank
Walkers.
God, Daenerys.
Just
Yeah,
like
that was so sincere. I felt that. That's the one thing. The writing's less, but the acting has gotten so much better. Like the acting is amazing, and so, like even John's reaction to saying Uncle Benjen was so like real. Like you could like it was like like you couldn't breathe. Like got the wind knocked out of me. Like and so.
Well,
Yeah,
he
and
also-
then Daenerys looking at John with all that sincerity and love and sadness of like it's like one of their children died, and they were just looking at each other like, wow.
And I mean, they didn't outright say it, but like just with the looks, like she saw the stab wounds, like so that when Davos was talking about him taking a knife in the heart and blah 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 blah, so like she sees more credibility to that as well.
Yeah, that he wasn't bullshitting the fact that he came back to life.
Well, he never actually said that.
Davos did, yeah.
Well, Davos. Well,
Oh,
John,
actually,
John
you're
cut him
right.
off before because he's like, he took a knife in the heart. And he was about to say came back to life,
Yeah.
but John is just like, stop it.
Yeah.
And then the last episode, she was asking him, or 2 episodes, she was asking him, so what did he mean by that? Was it a figure of speech? But before John could answer.
But now
that's
she
when
knows
she
it was
reunited
like-
with Jorah.
Oh, that's
so like
right.
he's never had a chance to kind of explain himself, and I'm actually glad that he didn't have to explain it. That they did it just with visuals.
That is so much stronger.
Like
than them talking about
like
it. Like, I got
because
stabbed and
seeing is
betrayed.
believing, and it's sometimes less is more.
No, it's true, I agree.
You don't even have to like overtly say it, but just like with the shots and just her eyes lingering on his stab wounds in his heart, it's just like things probably kind of just clicked. She doesn't. She probably doesn't even have to ask at this point.
No, she wouldn't probably ask.
So,
yeah, that's a good scene.
Yeah.
I wonder what she said though. I missed the part. She said I don't know if she said I need a servant or something.
We can go back and check it later. Oh yeah. Also, north of the wall, we finally had the Long Claw discussion. I thought it was going to happen earlier, but I mean, they might as well have saved it for when they were trekking because, because
I like that he gave it back.
I'm actually finally glad they had more conversations and shit because like things were going so fast for so long. Like they could have easily just like everything else in this season's been going. Where it's just like, oh, we're from White Harbor into Dragonstone, and like people are just kind of transporting, and at least you saw them traveling, you saw at least a little bit of the character interactions, which was at least a little bit nicer.
We didn't see Sam or Gilly.
Yeah, they did.
Or
they did show. Oh yeah, that's right. They showed Old Town in the opening, but they didn't actually go there this episode.
But yeah, no, it was a good episode. I'm curious.
Probably because like the majority of it was north of the wall.
Yeah,
and, like, they had to have like still a full credit sequence anyway. But
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
but yeah, Arya's gonna be interesting with this whole Sansa dynamic.
Yeah, like I just don't know why, because like miscommunication. Like, if they were separate and all this miscommunication was going on, I could understand that. But, like, once they're actually, like, in a room together...
I just can't imagine...
Why don't they just talk about Littlefinger... You know, like, Arya could have just very well said, hey, I found it when Littlefinger got it from... was it Lord Royce that...
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Royce.
Well, I know that she spied...
He said something to a girl. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I
it was a girl
what
outside
she did. And then it was Lord Royce.
This is the only copy out, in...
Or is a maester.
Yeah. So, like...
Actually, it might have been a maester.
Just that slight miscommunication just leads to a conflict that I don't think is very necessary.
Well, that's why I don't like it, because I think that they still need the necessary conflict for the plot, but I don't feel like they did a good enough job sealing up that end for the plot. Like... The writers didn't do good enough job having the motivation for her not to say something, or for there not to be a reason why they was able to communicate. So it just leaves that open. Like, why didn't they just tell them? But I feel like in the plot, they need them to argue. They need them to have an issue.
And Sansa did have a good point, being like, "Yes, I did what I had to survive. I'm not a tomboy like I can't fight my way. Like, you didn't go and help Dad when he was getting beheaded. I couldn't help him." And I'm also the one responsible for taking the North back.
Yeah.
So, like, she had some fair points.
Yeah, I mean, they both honestly had good points. I feel like Arya was too much of the aggressor in that scene. And then I feel like Sansa's been too weary of Arya in the next scene.
You know, and what's something that Starks have always been saying since season 1? There's nothing to forgive. And, like, Arya's just not forgiving that.
For no reason.
Like, it's not like... Sansa is showing outward support of Joffrey or mourning Joffrey's death or mourning Ramsay's death or anything like that.
Yeah, that's a weird one for, especially as weary as she is about Littlefinger, because I don't think she likes Littlefinger either. I don't understand why she'd want to push Sansa away anyways. Like, if anything, I feel like right now she's more fighting over the fact that I feel like she doesn't trust the fact that she doesn't think that she wants Jon in charge. I think Arya wants Jon in charge.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're not doing. I think that's probably what George R. told them, is that there's a conflict between Sansa wanting to be in control and Jon being in control. And I feel like, and Arya would have to be on Jon's side fighting, and then Littlefinger. But the writers, I don't feel like are doing a good enough job.
They did have that conversation in the previous episode where, like, Sansa was holding that town hall or whatever, and she was, like, hearing people's concerns, and Arya was like, hey, you were just... like letting them shit all over Jon.
But that's my point. But that's where I feel like that should have been a stronger scene.
Right.
They should have showed more of Sansa. Sansa's characters played it, whether it's the acting, whether it's the writing, whatever. Sansa's characters played it more neutral, if anything.
Yeah, because it's making it seem like Littlefinger is the one creating that false narrative, whereas like, is Sansa actually trying to?
Yeah, we don't even know. But I feel like in the actual book or in the actual plot, she is, and I feel like that's what Arya is seeing. But I feel like it's subtle, but I feel like they still should need to show it a little bit more. Like maybe Sansa enjoying being in charge, or like a joke made here or there, or something to the extent of like, and then maybe even Littlefinger being in her ear more about how good of a ruler she's being, and like.
Well, they did have that scene this episode too.
But that she was doing a good job, or just that like more it was that like to protect her from Arya.
Yeah.
I just feel like if they're gonna spin the narrative, I feel like they were dancing in the middle between this whole like letter, which set it off, but then not really getting to the core of the issue with the John thing, and they're not really like supporting that enough. I don't know. It was good, but I'm just saying I feel like that's what all this muddledness is that that not like airtight seal to where everything would make sense why they were arguing and why there was issues. But I mean, I still get where it should be going. And that's what I'm saying. I think eventually John's gonna come back, and there's just gonna be this like kind of power struggle.
Sansa sending Brienne away like was also just weird to me.
I don't get that either. Yeah, and that was weird for her to need. What the fuck would she care about Cersei's meeting for? Like that they
the one person
the way
that
she
you
made
know
it sound
you can
was like,
trust is Brienne.
Yeah,
like,
and the way that she made that sound, anyways, was just like she was like, "Well, we must make our appearances. Like, must make your appearances. You're at war right now. Why would you send your personal bodyguard to?" And what the fuck? Literally, you scolded your guards about the fact, not scolded, but like the guards let Arya in damn near and was like, issues. That's the guards that you're trusting, and it's like, and you just got done saying that she shouldn't be trusting these men,
right?
With Littlefinger, and in the next breath, she's like, these are my respectable Stark. I don't know. That's what I'm saying, and I don't want to blame the actress because honestly, I don't feel like it's the actress's fault. I feel like either it's confusing directing, confusing writing for her. I don't feel like it's that as strong for her, and I feel like it's led to this like confusion in her character.
Do you think part of it might be Sansa playing Littlefinger? Maybe she knew that Littlefinger is messing with Arya, and so she sent Brienne away just because, like, wasn't Littlefinger talking about like having Brienne protect Sansa from Arya?
Yeah.
So like, since he gave her that suggestion, maybe he sent Brienne away. She sent Brienne away as kind of like a fuck you to Littlefinger. Well, maybe not, but.
No, I see what you're saying. I get what that point is
because like she did say in season 6 to Jon, like when Jon's like, "Do you trust him?" and she's like, "Only a fool would trust Littlefinger." So,
yeah, I'm hoping that she has him, but this is what I don't get. If she does have Littlefinger, she has the support of the Vale,
right?
Littlefinger doesn't need to be at the head of that. She has Lord Royce's approval.
Well, and her cousin Robin.
And her cousin. Even he's young and stuff, but he'll listen to Lord Royce.
Right.
So that being said, I don't understand why she wouldn't just kill Littlefinger. You don't need him. And he's already done fucked up shit in your mind. And he's already being shady.
Yeah, he gave you away to Ramsay.
That alone
yeah.
qualifies. You get the right to kill him. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just like she's trying to keep it to where she like doesn't betray the Vale right when they like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Again,
I would just save her ass.
I'd fucking tell Arya to. Oh my god! Imagine if Arya kills Littlefinger and takes his face
and becomes Littlefinger.
That would be dope as one of her faces, and
yeah.
like that would be a really cool look. And then she controls the Vale damn near to be able to talk to Robin and shit. That would be sick. I hope that happens. I hope that happens soon. But what if that is happening? Like. That's gonna happen. That's gotta happen now. I don't know if that already has happened and we haven't seen that yet. But I wonder if that wasn't...
Would you count that as the equivalent of an episode 9, since that's the second to last episode of a season?
What the fuck? What if that was actually Arya talking to Sansa about Brienne?
Oh, if Littlefinger's already dead?
Yeah. That'd be a crazy play, and it would make Littlefinger's character kind of...
Yeah. What were the faces that they showed? They showed Walder Frey's face, and...
I'm just thinking, just because they showed the faces again, just because Littlefinger was a little pushy about protecting Sansa, over Arya. I don't know, maybe not, but I'm just saying that'd be crazy if that was already... But it probably will happen eventually.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that's going to be interesting for that. I can't wait to see that.
And then I guess really the only other scene that we haven't really hit on was Tyrion and Dany. Tyrion being like, "No, don't do it, don't go."
She's listening more, but she is. I mean, even though she still went away, she is listening more.
Yeah.
Even though she still decided to go against him, she still heard him out more.
Yeah.
And
and again,
told him she trusts him.
And again, he was giving the options of being like, you didn't have to burn them. You could have burned the father and not the son, and
could have gave them both jail time to think about
like because you know, she's talking about, like, her justification for not taking them as prisoners was, I said I was going to free people from chains, and it's just like, prisoner of war is different from slave.
Yeah, that's way different, and also it's like...
I mean, yeah, Jamie was treated like shit when he was a prisoner of war, but...
You don't have to, and also there's no reason that, like, she couldn't have just, like, gave them the opportunity to where they had more time to make the decision. Like, she gave them a split second to decide in the heat of after a battle.
Right.
Like, in front of all their men. I don't know. That's just not the... That's what I'm saying. That's reckless. I mean, I'm not saying that she even needed to give them weeks, but, like, bring them private quarters and have a conversation, like, where it's not the dragon right there. And I don't know. It seemed reckless and a little crazy to me. But, hey, we'll find out. And again, I still loved her in that scene. I'm not saying I don't love Dany. I love
the thing
Dany.
Is, we're not calling her the Mad Queen.
But
she just
she
has
has
some tendencies that need to be checked every once in a while.
She gets
and
mad
sometimes she does check them.
Every Daenerys fan is like Daenerys in that scene where she got told that she has a temper. Like, she's like,
when have I ever had a temper?
Like, okay, it's just sometimes. So, no, but we gotta watch this. The trailer.
And was it Beric Dondarrion when he was saying not Beric Dondarrion, freaking Barristan Selmy, when he was like sometime, or was it Jorah, when they were saying, you know, sometimes you answer injustice with mercy, and she's like, I answer injustice with justice, and that's when she like crucified all the masters.
That was kind of crazy too. Yeah. Even though in the moment at the time may have been a decision, it's not the only decision, and I don't know. She didn't have Tyrion at the time, but yeah, it's that kind of stuff.
But she still had smart advisors. I forget if it was Jorah or Barristan that told her that, but like
I think it was Jorah at that point. I don't think she had Barristan yet, or did she have Barristan? Oh, yeah, she did have Barristan pretty quick. She after the Unsullied.
But
so yeah, she would have.
But you know, she crucified a bunch of people that may or may not have crucified their slave. Like, just because some slave masters crucified their slaves, she crucifies all the slave masters.
Exactly. Like, that's the point. Yeah, so, I mean, there's just I don't know. She acts very recklessly.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
We're just saying sometimes.
We're
not saying she's the Mad Queen.
She's smart.
Cersei is obviously the Mad Queen.
Oh yeah, no, Cersei is ridiculous. Cersei's hanging in by the hair.
But sometimes just like any criticism at all, like Dany's just a very polarizing figure because like there are people that like legit like hate Dany.
Really?
Yes.
I don't hate Dany.
Like there's like, and so like when you try and come in the middle and just you're like, hey, she could have done this. It's just like, well, if Jon Snow had done that, you wouldn't be criticizing him.
Oh God. So, and where is the comparison? People always want to compare stuff. It's like, we're not comparing anyone. I'm just saying her specifically.
Yeah, we've never said that Dany is as bad as Cersei.
She is still by far the best to rule right now, in my opinion. Who would you say would be a better ruler than her?
Jon?
Nah, I don't think so. Maybe Jon and her, but Jon has his downsides too.
Well, yeah, but
Jon is just as reckless at times as Daenerys, and I would say that's Daenerys' only big downfall, is her recklessness and ego, but mainly her recklessness. And Jon fucking shows his recklessness a few damn times, like going to fight the Night King and risking her dragon, like going and trying to get. And again, fuck everybody who says that I'm cold or heartless for this. You don't risk an entire battle plan to go save your fucking brother that you already knew was in the clutches of the enemy,
right? Who
not seconds before you thought was dead. Told was dead by Sansa, and you run out as the leader? That's not a leader. Yeah. What the fuck? Like, so anyways, still crazy for that. And as much as I want to, I don't know. In my opinion, like, I guess they're pretty close. They're neck and neck, but I'd still say Dany inches out to be the best ruler at the moment too.
She's the best conqueror.
And by far the best conqueror. I would say.
Well, yeah.
I feel like she just slowly needs to be molded to it, but I feel like Jon's ignorant to a lot that Daenerys isn't.
Yeah, but imagine like Jon with Tyrion as his hand or something.
That's true. That's a good.
Because like Ned Stark would have been like, because Jon takes the most after Ned, even though he's not actually Ned's son.
Right.
But like Robb, I mean, had his rash decisions. Like usually when people die, it's because of rash decisions in this show.
I think it'd be great if somehow there was a king, like the king and queen ruled together more, and like it was like Jon and Daenerys. That would be great. But I don't know. I feel like just as much as Jon would be great, Daenerys could be great too. If she's in the right direction, yeah. Morally, I would say Jon is, but Jon also, hung a kid.
Yeah.
Even though the kid stabbed
Yeah,
him.
you were actually, even though you hated Ollie for stabbing him, you were against John hanging Ollie.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he fucking hung Ollie. And just as much as I want to say, it's crazy for Daenerys to give a split-second decision and kill, since we all want to compare shit, John also gave, what's his name? Not that he was such a great guy, Janice Slint a split-second decision, and then beheaded him.
Yeah.
So, as much as I want to, like, I feel like just as much as John gets painted as, like, the moral compass, John also has a bunch of downsides, like a little.
Well, yeah, nobody in this show is perfect.
It's perfect, no, not at all.
And the thing is, like, when you point out someone's favorite character's flaws, they'll come to their defense. So
yeah, no, that's true. People are very. That's why I'm very loose about like a favorite character. It's still Tyrion,
and also you don't want. And also you don't want a favorite character because then they might die.
That's why I was so scared. I was so like, this may be my new favorite couple, but then I'm like, oh no, what do they do to couples in this show? And so I'm like, fuck
what
that.
What couple has ever lasted besides Cersei and Jaime?
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Like, look what they did to Missandei and Grey Worm, and we
haven't seen Grey Worm in like what, 3 episodes, 4 episodes?
How the fuck have they gotten Jon, but didn't go rescue Grey Worm from Euron? I don't know. I'm just saying they've done a lot since Grey Worm's in there. They went and attacked a fucking caravan of food in Lannister men.
I wonder how that's also gonna like mess with things because she burnt a lot of food. And Highgarden is known for being
who has
very...
the food then?
It's burnt.
No
but like who controls Highgarden right now?
No, who controls the food?
Whoever controls Highgarden, probably.
Which is probably Daenerys.
Yeah.
But I don't know who's there controlling it.
But like with a long winter coming, she did kind of burn a lot of it.
Yeah, that was a lot. But I mean, maybe
potentially
it wasn't,
long winter.
A lot.
You know, like the thing is, it might actually be a very short winter if the Night King dies. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So food source may not even be as prevalent as people think. But there will be some winter. I think the entire next season will be in winter.
Well, I mean, it's already winter. Like at the end of last season, the White Raven was sent out, and Sansa was like, "Winter is here."
But that's not across the entire land? Like, there's not actually snow and shit still grows in places, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's...
Like, in Highgarden, food will still grow.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. But they know that it's basically like here though. They know that they don't have, like, another season to stock.
I see what you're saying. Because eventually it will get cold.
Another few months to stockpile. They've only got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. We'll see.
So... That was
that was a good episode.
Good episode.
Really great episode. Way to finish. I hope this next one kills it too. There's
only
only one more, man. What the fuck?
And then we might have to wait until 2019.
I don't even know if I'll be alive still. That's so long in this show.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, with that in mind though, we will be cracking out a little bit of content.
Yeah.
Like I said, we want to watch the history and lore for season 5 right now.
Yep.
So thanks for watching again, and as always, Valar Udlises.
Valar Udlises.